Tuesday again. I feel like it came really quick after the last one, but I'm excited because it's always an exciting day for Jodi.
It all went by in a haze. And again, a big thank you for those who showed up on Saturday to kill my liver. Was that Sunday? No, Saturday.
Yeah, that was Saturday. Today's Tuesday. Happy 4th of July, everybody who's watching us live, and for those who are watching late, happy Jodi Day.
Yeah, happy Jodi Day. Happy Jodi 4th of your day.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Saturday.
So we ended day 6. I know the thumbnail says right now, currently day 6, part 3, but we did end day 6. Just Nick forgot, which we can understand.
Yeah.
We're starting day 7 now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went back, and the first 40 minutes, there were no... for those of you who are completely new and wondering, what are they talking about? Saturday, I held a fundraiser for the Zachariah Anderson Defense Fund, and we got in $1,300. That's...
in 2 hours.
In 2 hours. And there were virtually no donations for the first 40 minutes. So that was $1,300 in an hour and 20 minutes, and I promised to drink a shot for every $100. And
Nick doesn't remember much of the rest of the day.
Well, rest of the day it was evening already, but I went to bed quite soon after the stream ended, and that was interesting. But thank you all who participated then for killing my liver, and but it's 4th of July, so cheers.
I should have had a beer. I don't have a beer. I'm not prepared, but cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Well, you're drinking something very American.
Yes.
I'm not. Oh, yeah. So we actually ended day 6, and I checked the last few minutes, and it was Jodi Arias being interviewed by Officer something, and
she was insisting on seeing the pictures, is what we left off. She wanted to see the pictures that they said that they had recovered from the camera, the ones we just watched. She didn't know those still existed, and she became very interested when she was told that they still existed. I should have a Bud Light. Yeah, Salvador. Yeah, I should have a Bud Light.
I don't think we have regular Bud, but not Bud Light. I've never seen.
It tastes different though over there. The Budweiser tastes different in Sweden. I don't know why. Well, probably, I don't know. It's made over there, I would imagine.
Well, probably it's brewed by via recipe somewhere in Europe, but different water, less chemicals. I don't know.
Probably. Hey, reindeer. Hello.
More radioactivity.
Yes.
Directly out of Chernobyl, Bud Light. It will change you in ways you would never imagine. Yeah.
So what do we have today? Did you pull up the right stream now?
I hope so. It says Jodi Arias Day 7 full.
Oh, all right.
And yes, last stream, if you missed it, was this day when Jodi Arias, in all of her glory, was entered into evidence. Not just entered, but into evidence.
I age restricted the stream ahead of time, but I got an email from YouTube that said, "Hey, within the first 15 minutes, we age restricted your video." I already age restricted it, So why did YouTube have to go back through and age restrict it again and then give me a notice?
I didn't get anything from YouTube.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's really, really, really strange.
The pic of the camera the prosecution threw on the floor. Yes.
Yeah, and the defense had no more stunts from the prosecution team, and the court agreed, more or less.
That was absolutely a stunt.
Yeah. Whoopsie, clonk.
Threw it on the ground.
Oh,
Jodi Arias' parts needed a double age restriction. Yeah, apparently YouTube was like, no, your age restriction wasn't enough. We're also going to age restrict it.
Yeah.
Maybe because they thought if I turned it from age restriction back to regular and tried to monetize it, then they wouldn't let me. Maybe that's why.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. So they won't let me turn it back now. But I never did it in the first place.
No. Me neither.
Good afternoon, Aunt Dennis, everybody.
Yeah. Wow, good time in trying to watch something while getting lunch ready. Yeah. Congratulations.
Have a roast beef sandwich.
Yeah. For you who know, no. For you who don't, someone in chat might inform you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Now, if you hear something in the background, it is my house creaking because it is windy outside today over here. It's really windy.
Really rainy too over there.
Yeah. It's no like, oh, it's rainy all day. It's sunshine, a little shade, complete pour down for 15 minutes, and then stops. And it's been so all day, and I'm watching out the window, and my trees are, blowing in the wind. My trees, they are blowing in the wind.
Nice. Well, it is hot and steamy and not at all windy here, so I am happy to be sitting in an air-conditioned basement right now.
Yeah, so combined, it's quite a good day.
All right, yeah, just take the average between the two and we're good.
Yeah. Oh, we started a bit early, but
we did start a bit early.
And I see that you got a member.
Oh, I did. Member for a month from Baker.
Yeah.
Look who has been waiting a month for. Yes. Look. Thank you, Baker, for coming in with that one. Yes.
Okay, I see Troy saying going to be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit for Southern Oregon.
Southern Oregon. Ooh,
isn't that
horrible?
Yeah,
not the 100 degrees, but the Southern Oregon. By the way, I drove out west a number of years ago, and we came back through like old Route 66 kind of stuff. No. There's a highway just north of that. On the second trip around, we came back, and it was just flat and forever, almost isolatingly flat, and nothing around. And it's so that's Oregon that I recall. Anyways, I don't remember the highway I was on.
Okay, Broken Baker has been member for a month at my with me too. Let's see the sandwich. And
Pharaoh housewife too on mine. Oh, looky, I can do one too.
Hey, yeah.
Love you both. Thank you, Pharaoh.
Thank you, Pharaoh. Okay, so Pharaoh loves you again because she's in your chat.
Pharaoh's awesome. Pharaoh's always been in my chat. Yeah. She was just teasing about not being in.
Yeah, I know.
Pharaoh loves me so much she watches me sleep, so she says.
Yeah, I remember. She lives in your attic.
That's right.
And Thierry has been member for 2 months at my place. Me too, lol. We are
Christine, happy 4th. I was just saying, Christine, happy 4th.
But if you go by states, how many states does actually have a birthday today? How many
states?
Yeah,
13 of them.
Yeah, and then some other came around later on.
Yes.
So it's happy birthday for 13 of the original states, and the rest just
happy birthday to the idea of a nation free from kings and queens and nobility that thought they knew what was best for the rest.
Kim Farnham has been member for 2 months. Join in the crowd, he says on my place. Yeah. What you drinking there, Niklas? I'm drinking beer. I'm drinking soft, tasteless beer because America. Yeah. No, it's all right. There are the U.S. microbreweries are like European huge breweries because you can't do anything in moderation. I do remember Brooklyn has damn good ales and IPAs. So yeah, so you do have good beer. You don't have much porter or like Guinness type beers, but you do have. Yeah, you do have. But you don't have like our monastery beer like we have in Europe.
Jody's legs are right here, Troy.
Yeah.
Oh no, John Gordon asked. There, right here. Jody's legs.
Oh, and
hey, thank you very much for the super chat. Celebrating freedom. Yes. Yes, we are today. I'm going to have a little cookout later. We're going to do some fireworks. It's going to be a great time.
Indigo Luna at your place
became a YouTube member. Is this the first time you became a member? No. Is it? But welcome if it is. And so no, you've been in Discord. Did you just re-up? You must have just re-upped. But thank you.
Maybe. And Old Line Red's brother works in a brewery in West Michigan. They aren't really micro anymore. No, they rarely even start up as microbrewery.
Yeah, there's a great one by my office, by the way. I'm not a huge fan usually of the microbreweries because they do weird things to try to be different and clever. There was one that had a beer that they called Smelly Gym Sock. And it literally smelled like a smelly gym sock. And it's like, why? And I think it was a batch that went bad. But they all try to be clever. However, there's one right by my office that has really good. They focus on wheat beer. I love a white wheat beer. And they need to be more successful than they are. More people need to go check them out. Drink a lot of Becks.
Oh, that's a standard European ale. Or pills or something of the sort.
I'm pretty sure that's what my father-in-law drinks. Becks. I always got Becks at like room temperature.
Pharaoh housewife became a member at my place. But also, I think that is re-signing of memberships because I do remember her being a member.
Being different is always. Yes, very true.
But Deep Ocean Titan was a very good submarine. Not so good at rising up to the surface again, marine.
Right. It was really good at going the one way.
Yeah. We're going down.
Is it too soon yet? I've been playing some of the clips for family up at the cabin, and a lot of them thought it was too soon, but I don't believe it is.
No, because had it been, for instance, nobody is joking, at least not many people are joking about the 600 people who died in the Mediterranean. But there are two, one person in that submarine, two, the driver of the submarine and the kid who really didn't want to go on the submarine.
Yes.
But the other, I mean, hey, I have lots and lots of money. I have employees to take care of and companies I run. let's do something self and that in a high risk of self-ending.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it was billionaires playing stupid games.
Yeah. It's F around and find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jungmin Shelley also wants to point out the fact that although there are no more nude pics in this trial, there are plenty of phone sex tapes, and Jodi Arias testifies herself. And so there's a lot of good parts still coming up in this trial. So don't miss out.
Yeah, don't miss out, because even though the pictures, and now you can always go back to that part if you so wish. And but what's up ahead is it won't improve her image, so to speak. Indigo Luna became a member at my place too. Also,
I think they're all renewing, because Indigo's been a member for a while.
Yeah.
So these are all renewed memberships, and we appreciate the renewed memberships just as much as the initial memberships.
Yeah, we do. It helps us plan ahead of what's the maintenance of the channels.
Yes, very much so. And then also, for if anybody's new, I haven't seen anybody new come in yet, but if you're rewatching this, Nick is on my stream and I am on Nick's stream. We are dual streaming this every Tuesday and Saturday at noon. We cover Jodi Arias. No matter what is going on in the world, we cover Jodi Arias. Drop everything noon Eastern, I should say, 6 p.m. Swedish time, and then whatever time you happen to be relative there too, I suppose. Freedom is not free, American Dreamer says. I agree. I'm just scrolling back up in the chat.
Someone's pacemaker expired is beeping every 2 minutes. Do I leave the body in the casket and just ignore it and scare the shit out of the family with? Oh yeah, Brooklyn works as a mortician, was it? I have a strong recollection.
Do I leave the body in the casket?
Oh, that would be it. In all its tragedy, it's hilarious. It sounds like an Irish funeral. That's something that would happen in an Irish funeral. The casket starting beeping. Oh,
wait, why is this?
Amy Ohio became a new member at my place. That, I think, is a new member. Thank you, Amy. Yeah.
Welcome to all the fun times, Amy. She's always been in the live. She needs access. She's been quiet too, because I don't know if you've heard of Amy. But welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
She's just trolling in the background.
Yeah. And becoming member at my channel, there is members only content. I sometimes do polls to get your input. You get news or anybody else about what's up and coming. Phrasing. Now, what's new on the channel and the trials I'm covering and stuff like that. And I ask my members of input once in a while, and you're being very, very good at it. So thank you for being part of the Vikings saying hi. Oh,
look at all your new members coming your way.
Nice, Mrs. Real Lou. Thank you so much. That's really, really appreciated. Kitty. Hey, all. Yeah.
It sounded like you said we get nudes. American. Well, if you become a member of my channel, you get nudes and cookies in the Discord. But we last week or on Saturday, this past Saturday, we had the nude photos of Jodi Arias. Now we're moving on to the sex tapes and all kinds of other goodness that is Jodi Arias.
Yeah. And Broken Baker, forgot to like. Did you? Also, one of these YouTube stuff. The more people who, first of all, the amount of people watching the streams, and then how many likes there are on each stream. And the more likes, the higher chance it is for YouTube to bring out our content to people who don't know who we are. So
and then Kim, with regard to the woodworking videos, I am getting those together. I need to prepare a studio, not a studio. I need to prepare filming stuff. So I'm working on that, but that will happen.
Yeah. At
on my other channel.
It's
David shipwrecks. It's not
shipwrecks. Yeah, shipwrights, shipwrecks, something of that sort. Now we have been procrastinating for 20 minutes. Maybe. Yes, Feral. David is going to play with his wood on another channel. Coming to you soon. Yes, David playing with wood.
Oh, that might be the name of the channel.
Oh, David playing with wood. Yeah,
we could do that.
And yes, rewatch crew, please don't forget to like and to comment. Also, just great. Troy became a member, but that also is, I think, is redone. And
T-Reed just received a gifted membership from Indigo on my channel.
Nice. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. And Fedoreski, good day, people. Good day. Good day.
Good to see you over from Jeff's stream.
But yeah, do you think we have been procrastinating long enough?
I think so. We started a little early, so we figured we'd give a little time for everyone to get caught up. And I think we're good to go. We could start streaming some Jodi.
Let's see here. Dun. There we are.
This judge, she's retired now, I believe, but she was actually a really good judge. And people have been talking about other judges in other trials and how they're good or bad. Like Daryl Brooks is really bad. There's for different reasons, good or bad. This judge has seemed fair so far. I haven't seen a whole lot out of her that's like, oh, she shouldn't have done that, or she should be doing this instead. She seems really good.
Yeah, she retired in 2021.
Yes.
So I don't know.
So now a good judge has left the bench, unfortunately.
Yeah. So maybe David can, if she maybe ask her if she would be.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I'll find her. Usually when judges retire, they go do some mediation and stuff, and they still stay active. So I can track her down.
Yeah. And maybe once we have watched through everything, she can join us to talk about her experiences.
Yeah, that would be really good, actually.
Yeah,
I'll track her down.
Yeah, great. Yeah. But we are. Let's just unmute. Day 7. And we will be going on for a while, but this is Tuesday, which is normally when we do things a little shorter stream, because you have a trial currently, don't you, David?
I do. I have the Texas Border Patrol murder case where the Border Patrol agent is accused of murdering his mistress and their love child. And that case was supposed to be going on like a week and a half. So we should have been wrapping up, like maybe closing arguments on Wednesday, but we haven't even started the defense case in chief. So that will start again. We'll carry that on Wednesday morning and until it's done. It's an interesting case. The story is sad, but the proceedings are fairly interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the experts in chat. Welcome.
Hey, welcome the expert. But we are here, and we have been procrastinating long enough. So let's go ahead with Jodi Arias Trial Day 7.
Thanks.
And she's staring at the screen.
What's going on? Oh, there we go. Everyone just sitting and waiting. On with the crazy, Brett says. Exactly. On with the crazy.
Oh, come on.
Oh. Good morning, all. Ooh, Mitzi Flowers. Welcome, friends. Oh, you just became a member. Have you been a member before? I feel like you've been a member before, but if not, welcome.
What's going on?
This, I will say that the court audio and video in this case has been a bit choppy when it's good. When it's working, it works really good. But then sometimes there's like audio that doesn't work. And they had an issue with the system, and that's why all of Jodi Arias's parts were displayed for national audience. But I feel like sometimes at the beginning, they always seem to have issues.
Incoming Elvira. Hey, okay.
Right.
There.
Oh, yeah. There they come.
Yep. Here they are. Yeah. Hey, yo.
Welcome, Vices.
Welcome to Vices. Yeah, you have been watching the rapper Melly.
Stupid. That guy's stupid. That wannabe thug.
Yeah, let's join a gang, and our code speak is let's exchange a letter from C to B. Yeah, that's a bit bunch. There are some word that starts with a C that you can simply say, "Oh, bunt."
I can't say it much. Why can we not hear them?
I'm going to show you what has been marked as exhibit number 3.
Oh, this stream is quiet.
Could you take a look at that and see if you recognize those records?
We can hear paper rattle, but
if I turned up my headphones, that might help. I missed who this witness is because the volume wasn't turned on with the court system.
What is going on?
And what are those, sir?
There are call records for mobile directory.
Oh, these are the call records. So Jodi Arias had a bunch of phone calls and text messages.
Yeah, but that's strange because we ended with the video interview with her, and all of a sudden he is here and is being interviewed with. Maybe it's a Dobert of sorts.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was,
yeah.
Yeah, so if you watched last stream, we ended with the police interrogation video of Jodi Arias, but we weren't done with it yet. They had just indicated that they found the photographs on her camera, the ones that she was taking of herself and Travis, and also killing Travis. And then we ended for the day. Now, this is the next day, and we have this guy on the stand, which is a different witness. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on since the audio was cut out at the beginning.
Number 951-536-2162.
And are those the exact same records that were reflected in Exhibit 362?
Okay, I've already
a few moments ago.
boosted
Now what I'd
the
ask
sound. Hopefully it will pick up in a bit.
Just to refresh your memory, there were calls.
Accidentally.
Yes, accidentally.
Yeah, they were photos of him in the shower. Allegedly, they also took photos of them having relations. And then all of a sudden, there's a picture of a foot and Travis' body being dragged. And that is because the prosecution believes that she dropped the camera.
Well, there was a picture of him lying on the shower floor too.
Yeah.
So they're thinking that she accidentally took pictures during the stabbing and then during sort of the kind of the cleanup as well. She just basically accidentally took a bunch of pictures that she shouldn't have, deleted them, threw it in the washing machine, and left the camera behind. If she hadn't left the camera behind, I don't think she would have been convicted, because that was the big issue.
Yeah. Well, maybe they would have gotten there thanks to her really, really talking to the cops.
Well, that yeah. American Dreamer, you can't unsee her butthole. Yeah, that was Saturday's stream. So if you guys want to go see that, it is age restricted, so make sure you're old enough.
Your customer, what I was asking for is your customer, Mr. Alexander. His number is what?
951-536-2162.
And could you do me a favor then and highlight the calls Mr. Alexander made from that number to 831-402-1901? And if I may approach Judge. Thank you, sir. And just let us know when you're done.
Thank you to Indigo Luna for gifting one membership. And David Nelson got a membership on my channel.
Nice. Sorry, I was typing away a private message or to Nick, but very cool.
And there is the very famous
the penis diagram.
The penis diagram of the apartment, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just it's just the layout of that apartment is unfortunate.
What's at the tip?
Yeah.
And yes, the volume is maxed. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to screen capture the rest of the trial, and I'm going to boost all of the volume, and I'll share links between Nick and I, and so we will have the best volume going forward on these trials.
Yeah.
It just jumped right in, Mitzi. So this is cross-examination, and Nick is speculating that it might have been a Dalbert type hearing going on right now, but we're not sure.
And for those who don't know what a Dalbert hearing is outside the presence of jury. It is before trial. Most often it's before trial, when they determine if an expert is an actual expert in the area that the prosecution or the defense wants to admit them in. And I've been doing this with the Young Thug trial. And that Dalbert hearing is a fantastic example of people who are wanting to be experts, but is nowhere near being an expert in the field that the prosecution wants to admit them in. So we are watching him reading papers. This is anticlimactic.
So after all the photos, we're just sit here and let him read through papers. He's authenticating the phone records from Jodi's phone.
Oh,
that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here.
But the Dalbert hearing is less about what they are testifying about, more that they are actually expert in the area that they want to. And then in the presence of the jury, they repeat some of those questions just so the jury will know that, okay, this person is an expert in, or this is a medical examiner who has been working for so long. So that is for the jury.
So in American law, any evidence that's relevant is admissible, as well as expert opinion testimony. But if someone wants to challenge the evidence, say you could file a motion to exclude evidence. In a Dalbert hearing is when you file a motion to exclude an expert. and then the judge decides whether or not that expert can actually be admitted. And then, but you still have to lay all the foundation and the normal stuff in front of the jury.
63?
No, Jung. I'm not gonna. We won't have to age restrict those, I don't think.
Wendy H has been a member with David for 2 months. What is
Wendy
going
H.
on?
Wendy
Why
H
is-
has been a member since the very beginning, and I appreciate it. Actually, we have another collab because she's an OG member.
Okay, it might be because it's
Mr. Citizen, if you could, maybe we'll go through kind of a reorientation here in terms of how it works when the records go from your customer to another person, okay?
Okay.
So it appears based on what you told us before, the far column, column to the far right, excuse me, is the person who is the calling party, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And the dialed number here, that is the person that your customer has called. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And then when we see this column over
he
here,
has an
that just
ocean
relates
blue
to the,
colored tie today.
your trace on whatever number.
He always has crazy ties, but I love the ties.
That's one
Yeah.
way of putting it, yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Jodi
understand
doesn't
your
match her
answer.
That
lawyer.
is one way of putting it, yes.
Good catch,
Did I put
Toila
it in
Arisa.
correctly?
No, that column just shows that these records are for that number, 951-536-2162.
Okay. Now, going back then, based on what you told us before, this column here denotes the number of seconds that the call lasts, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So looking at this call on June 2nd at 3:04 a.m.,
Correct.
and that is 1,011 seconds, correct?
Correct.
And again, I think we talked about it a little before, that's probably over 16 minutes.
It is.
Can you calculate for us what that is?
About 18 minutes. Just under 18 minutes.
I'm sorry,
Just under 18 minutes.
just under 18 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, normally
And then
this
the
trial has
recipient
have had great sound. I don't know what happened
Correct.
in this.
And just
On
bring
this
it
Yeah, I
to
don't
you
know.
here, the dialer was the 951 number, correct?
Hey,
Yeah.
Chandler's in the chat.
Chandler, you did. It was
Now, if we go
Saturday,
down a little farther, we
fortunately.
have, I believe what we can
But,
see is another call
Everything
on,
is
the second.
caught in.
And it looks like 3:21.
Yeah,
a.m.,
I can't.
Now I said
having
another
your
call, and maybe that was
butthole
incorrect
being entered
assumption
into
on my
evidence.
part. Is that accurate? You
It's so-
grouped some of the calls together on
Oh
purpose.
God, that
I
would be
just wanna make
so
sure.
humiliating.
Yeah.
Well, this is its own individual. This one line represents one call.
Okay, all right. And that call came from the 951 number, and it was 2,450 seconds.
Correct.
Okay, and would you be able to do the math for us on how long a call that is?
Just under 41 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, no subtitles available.
That's weird.
Yeah.
This is a weird day. Starts with no audio. The audio is really low. There's a random witness. There's no subtitles available. This is a weird day for Jodi Arias because normally it's not like this.
Yeah. And for some odd reason, this video does not buffer as it should be. I've been checking my internet speed, and I have good internet speed. I have 30 bits in and out.
Just so you know, they do go. Okay, so this is weird. So this must be a Daubert hearing because about 30 minutes in, then they go back to the witness that was on the stand last time, and we go back into her interrogation video.
The voicemail
So
features on Verizon, I think there was a standard voicemail and deluxe, expanded voicemail.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're back to this guy again.
So
Yeah,
let's
because
go.
this is the actual testimony. I don't know what that was.
Whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's get to the more interrogation.
But what? This is bad time. Vice sends his viewers over here, and
You're buffering.
yeah, and I have good speed today. I have really good speed today. I don't know why.
Larry Gladish. Mesa Police Department.
Back in, did you work for the Mesa Police Department?
Yes, I did.
What area?
I was in our homicide unit.
And did you have occasion to assist in the investigation involving the killing of Travis Alexander?
Yes, I did.
And specifically with regard to that, in his telephone.
I didn't catch the name entirely.
Were you assigned to do something with regard to obtaining his voicemail messages from his telephone?
Yes, I was.
And what's the process that you undertook?
I wrote a court order to have the PIN number changed to his voicemail account so I could access the voicemail account.
And what date was that?
That would be June 25th, 2008.
And after that, what did you do? How were you able to access it?
I called the voicemail from my desk phone and I recorded the voicemail messages that were on his account.
Take a look at
Oh, so these were the voicemails that she left for Travis.
Mm.
You familiar with this?
Yes, I am.
What are those 2 pages?
They're called
The
detailed
trial
records.
was buffering.
831-402-1901.
You know the name of the person that is associated with that, right?
Yes, I do.
And what's the name that you believe is associated with that number?
Jodi Arias.
And with
I
regard
was
to-
checking another stream of day 7, and it's bad there too.
Yeah, it was just the original audio. I know.
We're interested
Yeah.
in that was on
They try to
June
boost
4th,
the sound.
2008 at 11:48 in the evening.
That's why I'm going to create a separate recording and boost the volume immensely for Saturday stream.
Yeah, well, with headphones, you can always remove everything around you. Well, apologies to our viewers, but there's not much I can do about it.
Yeah. Christine, Dave, after the case of Texas, yeah, I've been streaming the Border Patrol case. What case are you doing a live stream next? Nicholas and I were talking about a case actually that's starting Thursday. We might stream together.
Maybe not dual stream, but doing alternate. I do mornings, you do afternoons, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jody's female lawyer looks terrified all the time.
Prior to coming to court, did you have occasion to listen to Exhibit 365?
But they are not color coordinated. Maybe her lawyer got sick of it. What are you wearing tomorrow? I'm wearing purple. And then she changed her mind.
65 is admitted.
The case we might that one of the thing it's being streamed via court TV. So and they sometimes say they are going to stream and then they don't. So we have to wait a bit.
That's also why I am working on getting my own cameras. Be a proper production studio here. Oh wait.
Anyway, right about the time you're starting to gear up. I know Leslie called you, so I already talked to her, so you can call her back if you want, but it's not necessary. My phone died, so I wasn't getting back to anybody. And what else? Oh, and I drove 100 miles in the wrong direction, over 100 miles, thank you very much. So yeah, remember New Mexico? It was a lot like that, only you weren't here to prevent me from going into the 3 digits, so fun. Tell you all about that later. Also, we were talking about, when we were talking about your upcoming travels my way, I was looking at the May calendar, so I'm all confused. But Heather and I are going to see Othello on July 1st, and we would love for you to accompany us. I don't know when Team Freedom's event is, though, but, it's on the list, so we could do Shakespeare, Crater Lake, and the coast. So if you can make it. If not, we'll just do the coast in Crater Lake. But let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. Message will be saved for 21.
So the phone voicemail has better sound than the rest of them.
I know.
Telephone records that you have in front of you, were you able to determine where the caller was when this call was placed?
The caller would have been about 45
Yeah,
miles
I
north
kind of
of,
caught that
Kingman
too.
and about
That
27 miles, which is about 27 miles south of the Nevada border, approximately.
Yeah, she left him voicemails to help her with the alibi. Wendy, thank you very much for the super chat. Yes, for the camera fund. I appreciate it very much.
Good afternoon, Detective.
Sir?
Quick question for
There is an app, and it's called it's a YouTube video enhancer enhancer for YouTube that me and David uses to enhance the sound. If our audience download it, they can in their turn enhance the sound on our stream.
Good call. You know what? Let me pull that up. I'm going to put a link.
Yeah.
Excellent call. Let me do that. I'll put it in the chat, a link, or not a link. It's just sort of where to go. What's it called? And you search it, download it for your particular browser, whether you're using Chrome or Explorer or whatever. And then you can boost the volume on all of your YouTube streams.
And it's called Enhancer for YouTube.
Yes.
And it's you can get it extension for Firefox or into your, I think they have Chrome. Yeah, it's on most platforms. So it's not an app on your phone. Well, it is of sorts, but it's an app for your web browser.
Nicholas, I just shared a stream or a screen real quick. If you want to pull it up, I can walk through real quick. This is only if you're on your computer, folks. I don't think it's going to work on your phone. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So if you download it, it's just enhancer for YouTube, and then download it, and then configure it for whatever browser you're using, and then underneath your YouTube, it'll look like this. This is this. Well, I mean, you have all these extra tools. This one right here will boost the volume by like 10 to 15%. It's not a lot, but it will really help. Just make sure it's enabled, and that will help quite a bit for boosting your sound. That's a good call. I never thought of telling, hey, everyone else, why don't you guys use it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good call. All right. Now back to the video.
Back to the video.
For you, sir. Was that the only voicemail that was on Mr. Alexander's phone when you examined it?
Well, I didn't examine the phone. Those are what I downloaded from a voicemail server that Verizon Wireless has, and there was more than one voicemail on there, yes.
Perhaps I ask it inartfully. The voice, you retrieved the voicemail, that wasn't the only voicemail.
Correct.
Right, okay. And that wasn't the only
It shouldn't buffer because I have
or work that you did in this case. Is that
maybe it's the original downloader who has the issue, not
as a matter
me.
Of fact, and have you reviewed your previous?
Because I don't have an issue with.
Okay. You sought out the records of a Dustin Thompson. Do you recall that?
I did,
Okay. And an Ashley Thompson, correct?
yes.
Okay. And what is your understanding of why you did that?
Approach.
Well, I didn't hear what the objection was exactly, but he was asking why you did something, why you downloaded.
Yeah, I know it can buffer anywhere. Yeah, because I can see, I think this is the from the original stream. It's not me buffering, it's the original stream buffering. Yeah.
Well, I can edit those out. Yeah, when in doubt, I just go ahead and capture the entire video and edit and manipulate it when I know in advance we need to. Thanks for giving me the heads up, Nicholas, for Saturday's stream.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the 4th of July. We're doing Jodi. I'm going to go get a beer.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll be right back.
I'll entertain the troops. What a silly time for me to wake up. But not that silly. I see it's not available for those with a smart TV. Perhaps I said it inartfully. Was a fab way to say I don't goof that question. Yeah. Lawyers tend to flower up the language in court. You can't just say someone objection. He fubbed his question. No, it has to be. It has to sound smarter than that. And that is the family of Travis. And we should. We're back to sound again.
Detective, drawing your attention back to the cell phone records of Dustin Thompson and Ashley Thompson. What was your understanding of why you were asked to pull those records?
I don't recall the specifics. I just know that they were named very early on in the investigation as maybe having some knowledge of what occurred.
Okay, and based on that, and who would have directed you to search out those records?
It could have been one of several people. It could have been Detective Flores, my boss, any sergeant. You know, there were some people working the case at that time. As the information comes in, I'm at the office. They call and say, "Hey, we got some new information. Can you start working this?"
Okay, so you were asked by someone else to obtain these records and sought out court orders to get them. Is that correct? Okay. And the voicemail messages, just for our understanding, did you listen to all of them, not just the one we heard in court?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Jodi Arias? Any questions from the jury? It looks like we have one.
Your question.
Counsel, please.
Wow. We don't have these two often, although from what I understand, we get 200 and some questions from the jury for Jodi Arias. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's other ways, but it takes a few different systems to process the audio boost.
Your question is, could you play the voicemail exhibit 35? I could not hear it.
No, I couldn't either. Could you play it again?
Maybe. Let's see here. I am.
Hey, what's going on? It's almost midnight. Anyway, right about the time you're starting to gear up. I know Leslie called you, so I already talked to her, so you can call her back if you want, but it's not necessary. My phone died, so I wasn't getting back to anybody. And what else? Oh, and I drove 100 miles in the wrong direction. Over 100 miles, thank you very much. So yeah, remember New Mexico? It was a lot like that. Only you weren't here to prevent me from going into the 3 digits. So fun. Tell you all about that later. Also, we were talking about, when we were talking about your upcoming travels my way, I was looking at the May calendar, so I'm all confused. But Heather and I are going to see Othello on July 1st, and we would love for you to accompany us. I don't know when Team Freedom's event is, though, but, it's on the list, so we could do Shakespeare, Crater Lake, and the coast. So if you can make it. If not, we'll just do the coast in Crater Lake. But let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. Message will be saved for 21.
Any other questions from the jury?
I lowered our mics, so maybe that sometimes I've
Any follow-up
noticed that
comments?
that might enhance the video.
Just one quick question. Do you know the date and time that message was left?
That'll be June 4th at 11:48 p.m.
Okay, and that's based on what you heard in the recording?
No, the phone records.
He was killed that day.
And that message, I don't know if you can answer this now, but was that deleted off the voicemail, or was that fresh on the voicemail?
The way you heard it is the way it played on the voicemail when I accessed the voicemail.
Okay, so you didn't have to go into other areas to check deleted messages or anything, it was just.
Correct. That's the way it played right there.
Okay, but it was just there, it was in the box with a bunch of other messages, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You may step down. The state may call its next witness.
The state recalls the detective Esteban Flores.
Esteban Flores.
This is the guy that was at the end of day 6 with the interrogation video.
Detective, you are still under oath. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Your name, sir?
Esteban Flores?
And sir, with regard to the handgun that was used in this case, did the police find a handgun back at Mr. Alexander's home?
No, we did not.
Did you attempt to find the handgun?
Yes, we did.
And were you able to find the handgun?
No.
The knife, was the knife back at the home when the police went through the home?
We never found a knife used.
And did the police attempt to look for the knife?
Yes.
Where did you guys attempt to look for both the knife and the gun?
All through the house, around the house.
How about outside of the house?
Yes.
How about in other places? Did you go to different towns or?
No, we did. Well, we went to Wairika and we attempted to find it there during search warrants that we did there.
Did you have any idea where this knife and gun could possibly be?
No.
Now, sir, we were talking when we left off about conversations that you may have had with the defendant back on June 15th of 2008. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And we left off where there was this issue about photographs, and you were telling her that you were going to show her some photographs, correct?
Yes.
Did you eventually show her some photographs?
Yes, I did.
And does Exhibit 358 describe your conversation with her involving the photographs as you were showing them to her?
Yes.
I don't know if the detective lost a child.
Not sure.
I was trying to find the transcripts for the phone call.
Exhibit 358.
or the voicemail.
All right. Is it time for playing some more interviews, maybe?
Yeah, they're going into more interrogation video.
Depends on what you... Yeah.
358 is admitted.
So this might, in some countries, this would be a sword-like object, but just standard machete.
You playing with your knife?
Yeah, it's fun. Fun facts about Sweden. I can't take this in the trunk of my car up to my cabin because
You
I'm
can't?
not allowed. No, because I'm not allowed to have a blade over. I think it is 3 inches in my car.
You're like Canada.
Now, if I am on my way to the cabin and buy a knife, then I can drive it there because then it has a purpose. But I can't just take knife and or axe or anything from my house and get up. It's really a stupid law.
They have transcripts from all the voice messages left for Travis. So I'm trying to weed through and find Jodi's.
Standard machete is far too close. The drunk use liquor. Machete is a gardening tool. Yeah, but I can't even have one of my. I can't even have an axe in the car.
Why? Has a purpose.
The blade is too big. And taking it from my house to the cottage, no, not allowed. I learned that the hard way. Okay. What's that position called, David?
I don't want to be here anymore. Can I just go home?
No, drunk me did not buy a machete. I bought that. I was in a hardware store and it hung there on the wall, and I need that. Didn't know for what exactly, but yeah, it's a cool looking knife.
This is, I think, one of the first times the prosecutor's like, we're going to play all of the downtime of the interrogation, not just the question and answer. Oh. I don't know if they play all of the downtime, but they definitely want the weird things that she does. And that's why we watch it in the case that I'm currently covering. All of the downtime is, well, my guy was licking his arm. So he's just like licking like a cat, you know, during his downtime. So there's some weird stuff there, granted, but still, we watched all of the downtime. He was also licking his arm in the back of the police car, so we watched the entire drive from the scene to the police department as well.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't keeping up on chat. Great success. I was trying to find these transcripts, but chicken today, no hot dogs. That's what I was. And I cooked burgers the other day in my during the last part of a very rough stream for myself. Who was looking his arm? So the defendant in the case on the Border Patrol agent who's charged with murdering his mistress and love child was licking his arms a lot. And they surmise, one might even call it speculation, that he was trying to get rid of blood or DNA or stuff like that on him from the axe. But yeah, he was clearly licking his arms like a cat. So it was really weird.
Don't you have a stream later today, or are your trial done? Oh yeah, it's 4th of July.
It's a holiday here. Yeah, so
Holiday.
tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, we're going to pick back up with that trial. And Baker and myself, Broken Baker, are joint streaming it. So
nice.
You'll catch us on both of our channels, and we're both commenting along with Jamie. So subscribe, and you guys can follow the rest of that case. Very sad facts, but interesting case. A little bit of prosecutorial misconduct that I was able to stop. I like to put my hat on. Oh, Baker's in the chat.
Hey.
Everyone needs to go subscribe to Baker too. He's Danish, but he doesn't only do Danish cases. However, the Danish cases that he does are very interesting. Did you know that there's murders in Denmark where women are cut up into like 200 some pieces?
231 pieces.
Yes, because 232 was too many.
Yeah. He made a huge problem a more handleable.
Well, he was just trying to be kind to a woman who was struggling out in the cold at the bus stop. And, she strangled herself.
Oh.
It happens. All right, here we go. Now he got the photos out.
Probably found it by now.
Probably. I was taking it somewhere.
These are just a few photos. And I want to be careful not showing you certain photos.
Please
because
don't
some
show
of
me.
them are very bad.
She wants to see every single photo. She's clever.
That's obviously Travis's house, right? Remember that?
Yeah. If Travis were here today, he would tell you that it wasn't me.
Oh, wait, what? Well, I'm not sure I could challenge her argument.
Have you ever shot that 25 auto?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever touched it?
The one that was stolen? I've never seen it. My good grandpa said it looks like a toy one. I don't know what a 25 looks like. I know what a 22 looks like. And I know
Just like a 22, actually.
well, the 22s that I saw kind of looked like the ones in the westerns where they had the barrel and the long. You know. But there was another 22 in this store that looked like a toy gun. So it looked like a squirt gun, like a water gun. I don't know.
They have the same posture. She has the same posture. Look, David.
Oh, wow.
In the interview in there.
Yep,
exactly the same posture. So the jury can watch her being interviewed and seeing her doing the exact same posture. Yeah. Oh, did you catch that?
No, I was busy responding to it.
Look again.
All right.
Not yet. They change position. You see?
She's watching herself change position, and then she's
mimicking
doing it in real time.
In the shower.
Oh, those are the pictures of Travis in the shower that she's being shown. She was remembering this. She wants to see all the photos so she can argue around them. What she said, Tweety, was if Travis was here.
Soon after you and him had sex on his bed.
That couldn't have been too soon after.
An hour or so.
The last time
2
I had sex
hours.
on his bed was an 8.
Remember, at first she said, if you found pictures, they weren't of me. If you found nude pictures of a woman, they weren't of me.
Oh.
Actual photos. That's you. I wanted to cover you up because that's you. All of you.
All of you, he says, all of you.
Her lawyer must have picked up on it, so she wrote something to give her something to do meanwhile, because that the jury would have picked up on.
Because I
Maybe.
don't want to put you out there like that to people. Let's just say I've seen all of you.
We all have.
Yeah, we've all seen all of you.
All of you. We all have seen all of you. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm not going to show you. Or should I? But this one I don't know if I should show you, but nothing bad. Too bad. But it's just one of the photos that was taken by accident. And this is just a small portion of it. It's your foot, Jodi. These are your pants. No, it's off color because we had to enhance it and the color kind of changes a little bit. Let's try this.
This is his bathroom. That is not my foot.
Oh, this is that photo that we went over.
Color, like I said, because we had to enhance it and the color change it.
Yeah, in the end.
Exhibit
on
162 or whatever.
I
Yeah.
have those pants at home. If these are the same one, I don't have a zipper there though. Not on mine. And this is a black stripe, and this is white, and the black goes around the ponytail.
I have those same pants at home, but those aren't mine. That's what convicted her. So if you guys remember from last stream, there was a picture. Can you pause it first? Yeah. There was a picture of a foot and a pant leg and somebody dragging Travis with blood all over him and blood on the floor down the hallway. And she just said, I have those pants, but those aren't my pants. And that was a bad picture. That was exhibit 162 or something that we streamed at the end of Saturday. Sorry, just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah. And if you go back to watch on Saturday, I believe it's the last 10 or 15 minutes we were discussing that specific photo, because in real, it's very detailed. It's very detailed.
Yeah.
And that very detailed photo, that was what the jury saw. And here she just connected, I have the same pants at home. Yeah.
I keep thinking of Brother Hyatt who had to dress him.
No, this is another one. It's just a copy, but it's you. Same day. All time stamped, all everything. First picture here. See?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
That's when it started. Photo view started, Travis's bedroom. 1:30, 1:45.
Does your Twitter work?
I don't know what kind of pictures you
I hope
got.
so. Don't know.
Sending you a pic.
That spot?
See the spots here? They look a different color because we use a chemical to enhance this. That right there, blood. It's a mixture of yours and his. And that's your palm print. Of your left palm.
I don't have any cuts on my left palm.
Yeah, the picture we are discussing
Yeah, if you
is
can.
this one.
Yeah, look how detailed it is. So she says, well, I have those pants at home, but those aren't my pants. But look, you can see Travis clearly covered in blood. She's dragging him down the hall. There's blood under the foot. And she says, those are my pants in that right there. Or I have those pants.
I have the same pants, but though that's not my foot.
Yeah.
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 Mm. Yeah, and exactly how that photo was taken, because she's clearly holding on to his arm. So how was it that the camera took that picture? Did she just she might have had it in her hand, dropped it down to grab him? I don't know.
Yeah, well, she had the camera, supposedly. She had the camera taking pictures of him in the shower, and then she started stabbing him while she still had the camera, because there's a picture of Travis lying on the floor of the shower after the pictures of him taking the shower. And then this is the next picture. And then there were some other pictures that were deleted and weren't able to actually be recovered. So they suspect that she dropped the camera, because this is actually taken. Somehow they figured it out that it's taken upside down. So if she dropped the camera and it hit the shutter button as it hit the ground and took this picture. So she actually accidentally took pictures of herself in the very act of the crime.
Yeah. And by all accounts, Mr. Alexander was not alive at this time.
Nobody said that. It goes on palm. Do you have any recent cuts that are healing?
Or just
I agree.
Cat scratches me.
Taken the camera with her and didn't call the
These
cops.
are all her work. You can see. This
She
is
would
her.
probably not have been.
That's her.
She might have been a suspect
She's a feral cat.
of sorts.
All these little things are her.
But all she should. I have no idea.
Why is your palm print in blood?
In her attempt to get away with it, she incriminated herself with the voicemails and everything, trying to create an alibi. Yeah, the odds of that picture even existing. I mean, yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that you were there. There's no doubt in my mind that you did this. None. So you can go until you're blue in the face and tell me you weren't there and you had nothing to do with it. I won't believe you. I will not believe it. Because Travis is telling me that you did this to him. That's my job. My job is to speak for him. And this is what he's telling me. And I want to know why. It's killing me inside. I don't know why.
Like, there's no reason for it. There's no reason why. There's no reason I would ever want to hurt him.
Well,
there's no way anybody else.
He never raped me.
Nobody.
Never.
There's no way anyone else could have left your palm print in blood on that wall. No way. Get that through your head.
If I was going to ever try to kill somebody, I would use gloves. I've got plenty of them.
Nobody said you were, you had planned this out perfectly. Maybe you were going there to just talk to him, have a good time with him. Something got out of hand.
Even if I were there, and even if I were going there to just have a good time with him.
What if I tell you somebody saw you there? A neighbor. Do you remember some of the neighbors?
Just
Dave.
Where were you at the time of this? Yeah, where were you? Do you have an alibi, David?
Across the street. But you
I'll go back to Facebook and see where I was. June of 2008.
on that day.
I wasn't there that day.
Jodi, you were there that day.
And even if I'm trying to think, the majority of the time that I spent there, I had platinum blonde hair. So, I mean, and I've never once said hi to them, met them, shook their hand, met them face to face across the street. When I spent time there, he wanted to keep it private. So it was, I spent the majority of my time inside. Not, walking around outside. Except for a few times when I took his dog for a walk.
Would they see your car there? Or would you park it down the street?
No, they would see it there. I drove an Infiniti. So they would definitely recognize the car, I'm sure. Because, there are a lot of cars there a lot of the time.
Where's the Infiniti now?
I gave it back to them.
Yes, Maria Finn, still no lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
She injected herself into this investigation.
You're free to look.
And
you can also look in the rental car.
What company did you rent it from?
I don't remember, but I can check my debit card record. I remember the make and model.
No, we're waiting for it anyway. But all the new cars have GPSs in them.
Oh.
Factory. Not for you to
well, then
use.
that's good.
I don't know if the GPS was entered into evidence of the rental car. That would have been a nice surprise for her.
I don't think they had GPS back then. I think they used it based off of the mileage in the vehicles, and they calculated out the miles that it would take her to drive from where she was to Travis's house and back, and then they also used the gas receipts and puzzled it together. Old school.
Yeah, old school.
Well, then that's good, because I was also going to ask you, I don't know if this is something that you can recall, but a lot of the stoplights in Mason things have...
Travis' friends had said something about her being weird. So she would have been interrogated.
Yeah, but they would have had
nothing.
Yeah.
But she just, wait a minute, I was driving down to see this guy. And they could, yeah. And if they don't have anything more on her, okay, do you have receipts? Yeah, wait a minute. Here are some gas receipts. Look, here at this time I was here, at this time I was here, at this time I was there. And it would have been really hard for the investigators to disprove that.
Is there any way we could back that up? Or, if I were going to Phoenix, going through that tunnel, is that surveillance?
No.
Is there surveillance anywhere?
Unless you ran a red line. Unless you got caught on a speed camera. But nothing beats that stuff. And I have a solid case against you. And I can present it to the judge. As cold as it is now. I don't know why she did it. Or I can present it to the judge with your explanation. Your parents' explanation. Have you talked to your parents about what happened?
I told them I was worried about stuff.
About what stuff?
I said that, they knew I was upset about Travis, and I feel really bad about the way I was acting because there wasn't, especially toward my grandparents. There were a lot of times.
Why are they not surprised that you're sitting here talking to me about this?
What do you mean?
They're not surprised. They're
Probably
concerned. They're hurt. I haven't, but my other detectives have. And they're very concerned with you. But they kind of suspected that you had something to do with Travis's death as well. Whose parents think that?
That's because I told them that a lot of people were dropping my name, and I said, I'm not worried about it because I didn't do it. I said, but it's hurting my reputation right now, and it's casting me in a bad light.
I wouldn't be worried about your reputation right now. I'd be worried about the rest of your life. That means nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, my reputation will affect the rest of my life. So I am worried about my reputation.
You're going to continue with the story then that you weren't in Mesa on the 4th, you weren't at Travis's house, you didn't have sex with him that day, you had nothing to do with his murder.
Those pictures are, I don't know, to me, pictures are very compelling. I know that they can be modified. I know they can be altered, and date and time.
She's already starting with her defense.
Don't know, but I think they can be.
I didn't modify anything.
I don't think.
She never breaks. She always is coming up with a new angle of everything.
Detective, did you then continue to follow her?
Even years later, during her appeal and stuff like that, always.
The person who had killed Mr. Alexander.
Yes, I did.
Let me show you exhibit number.
Probably don't murder if you're concerned about your reputation. Well, maybe don't get caught, right? I mean,
yeah. Don't take pictures. If you do, bring the camera with you.
Continues to deny having killed Mr. Alexander.
Don't talk to the cops. General advice. We are not giving out advice how to get away with murder. We are just giving general advice. If you happen to be in a situation where the cops are accusing you of something, lawyer up immediately. That's just, yeah.
What Discord are they talking about, Adriana and Corn Pope? My Discord? I do too, Corn Pope, by the way. Old school police work. I love old school police work. That's what they were doing. I've been reading the prosecutor's book, by the way, and they were puzzling out the distance and the mileage and the amount of fuel she had and the gas receipts.
And I do believe, I don't remember if they actually found that pair of pants. I'm not sure. And if they did, I don't remember have Travis DNA on it.
Yeah, I don't remember any pants being introduced either, but I don't think it matters. She said in the interrogation room, well, I have those pants, but those aren't mine. And she does talk about it, I believe, when she is on the stand.
Yeah. Apparently, she drove a rental car all the way to Travis and back.
Actually have them switched, I would move 359 in, which is snippet number 13.
Any objection to 359?
Pants are prison.
Yeah, let's see how long the next video will go on.
And in this snippet, Detective, did you also continue to discuss the photograph, camera, and the hair?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we have 14 minutes until a break of this trial.
That'll be a good spot.
Yeah, and then we will do the rest on Saturday.
They're reading through all the transcripts. Well, I have copies of the transcripts of the interrogation, but he's reading through them, and I'm not sure why he's doing it live.
69 is admitted.
Maybe you and Mo can do a live action.
Live action, reenact it.
Yeah.
All right, Mo, you're Jodi. You got to get in character now.
Okay,
I'm more of a method actor, Mo, just so you know.
Yeah. I'll hold the camera.
We're on normal speed.
Yeah, we are not on this.
We want to get you the full effect here.
Yeah, this was kind of a slow day, but because it's been more action filled the other days.
Yeah, very much so. But this is all very interesting stuff that she says.
You're just so resistant. I know you're afraid, but you're already going through it right now. There's no backing up. There's no backing up to yesterday. There's no backing up to that day. It already happened. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to face the consequences.
If I did that, I'd be fully ready to face the consequences. I'm not really for things like, I'm all for the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill. Okay. But
Well, she's innocent then.
Well, technically, it's not deadly since you can always apologize for it and still get into heaven.
That's right.
There's something that happens.
But she hasn't so far.
There's things that happen when people wear gloves. Then we can actually see that, somebody wore gloves in this case. Nobody wore gloves in this case. Nobody.
Well, I'm just saying that if I were to carry out something like that, I would have worn gloves.
Nobody else did this. There's no evidence to show that anybody else did this but you. You were the only one. That is it. And
all she had to do was take the cameras.
Yeah, this is a good interrogation, but I wonder how much of it.
I didn't do it. But you're the kid that got caught on videotape stealing the candy, and you continue to say.
I would have at least tried to have parts of this excluded because it's too prejudice. With the cop saying, "You did it, you did it, you did it, you did it."
You would admit to it if your own mother saw you do this, and she told me, "Yeah, I saw her do this." You would say, "No, it wasn't me."
Yeah, I don't know if there were any emotions about that.
Admit to it?
Probably wouldn't have been approved, but I would at least tried.
Did you have anything to do with the death of Travis?
I don't think I had anything directly to do with it, but I feel responsible somewhat for it.
Then what can you tell me about his death?
Well, they retrieved the bullet, and the knife wounds were very severe. So they don't know what kind of weapon. I think not the exact weapon.
So she has, up until this point, said that she was never there. And I think at this point is where she starts going into the story about the ninjas breaking in. I don't know if they're really ninjas, but people breaking in and attacking both of them and then killing him and leaving her alive and essentially unscathed. I think that's where she's going in this.
Oh.
You know a lot more about it than I do. When I say I feel responsible, it's because I wasn't planning to go there at all, and he really wanted me to go. And
nope, not yet.
I told him no, and I would have if it weren't for Ryan. And there's nothing really with Ryan and I. In fact, he has been very hesitant to move anything forward because he's not sure about me. He said a lot of people are talking. I'll just tell you that right now. I really wish this would get solved so that we can just put it behind us. Maybe that's a good thing because he's not an active church member anyway. But the reason I feel is because if it weren't for Ryan, I would have folded and I would have just scrapped all my plans and spent all of my days there. But I didn't, and I stood strong, and he got mad and got sad, and he guilted me. He didn't get really mad, he just kind of guilted me. And finally I was like, whatever, fine. We hung up. I feel that if I would have gone there, that I could have done something. I could have.
But you were there, Jodi.
John Gordon, do you think she would have been better off with self-defense rather than this assault narrative?
She ended up going with self-defense. At the trial, her defense is self-defense right now. She would have been, in my opinion, better off going with the I wasn't there, those timestamps on the camera are incorrect.
Yeah.
Whatever. We took pictures of each other, but those dates and times are just, whatever was programmed into the camera. I think that would have been a better defense.
Yeah.
But she's technically going with the self-defense right now.
And simply shut up. I mean,
don't call the police several times. If
they're not actively, if they're not actively looking for you, don't encourage them.
You were there on Wednesday.
Can I ask you? I don't know if you know this. I have a camera in my storage unit that I don't use anymore. But Travis and I used to use.
See, this would have been a good defense, maybe even too.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know. This is kind of.
Do you remember taking these pictures?
There were many pictures. Vaguely. We took tons and tons of pictures. Some I saved, most we deleted. Some he sent me through his phone.
We usually deleted all pictures like this.
Yeah, well, before
any pictures like this that I found anywhere on his computer, camera, anything, they were deleted.
Well, prior to him getting his camera, all those pictures were on my camera. So.
All these same pictures?
I don't know. We took a bunch the week before I left. We took a bunch over the last 6 or 7 months. We took over last year even when we were still dating, but we would delete them mostly. There were some that he sent me that I didn't delete. What I'm asking is it possible that, that my memory card would have been in his camera? They're interchangeable.
How do you know if they're interchangeable?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking is what kind of memory card it was.
Just a regular little SD card.
Well, because I've got one that's like this big, and it's thin. It's like a cracker. And the one I use on my professional camera is like this size, and it's more kind of like that big. And the little one is really thin. And it's got like little thingies here for reading it, and my big one looks like that in the middle part. So So that one obviously probably wouldn't be interchangeable because it's a Canon and it's a nice
It's
camera.
not interchangeable.
But the other one, I don't know.
Your camera's here, his camera's there. He just bought that camera.
Well, the other camera that I used before that's broken now, it's in my storage unit, but it's still there.
And you're saying those pictures are on that camera?
No, what I'm saying is I had several memory cards for this camera that I don't have anymore. And so I guess it's so far-fetched, but I guess it's possible that my card.
Just saying somebody took your pictures or your card and is framing you and put that into his camera.
I'm just saying that if my memory cards were left at his house, he would have used those for his camera. I don't know. I can explain the blood though, and I can explain the hair. I don't know about the front.
I can't explain the blood or the hair.
Well, the hair, there's hair everywhere, and probably every square inch of that house. My hair.
Yeah.
If you sweep it, you'll get hair everywhere. All over around the toilet, around in the shower. I don't know about the shower because the shower gets used, but definitely around the bottom of the sink area. And maybe I'm
Still
not
doesn't
sure.
explain the hair to me. It had a follicle in it. You haven't been there since April. There's no way. No way. The blood? No.
Well,
Blood is mixed with his, and that's the blood that he bled that day when he was killed.
well,
Print?
I don't know
Absolutely.
if you can check how fresh the blood was.
No, we can't check how fresh it is, but we can go by where it is.
Oh, okay, because I cut myself. When
And
I,
you're saying that blood that you cut yourself with back, who knows when, was
well,
still on the wall in the
oh,
exact same spot
I don't know.
where the bloody palm print was.
It was a glass that Travis had that I was using to wash Napoleon with. I used to give him baths, and I dropped it. And when I picked up all the glass, and I'm pretty casual about it because I break glass at work all the time, and it's not a big deal. It's nothing to be scared of. I was probably just being careless with it, and I sliced myself open. And
Is that how you want to leave this? Just these far-fetched excuses on why your blood is there, why your hair is there, why your palm print is there, what pictures are there.
I don't know about the picture.
That's how you.
Back in the day of the DVR.
That's right.
Continue to talk to her about the killing and some of the other items that have been at the scene.
Yes.
Take a look at exhibits 367 and 368. And are those conversations that you had with her
Yes.
Yes, Tweety.
following the one that we just saw?
Well, not explicitly.
Not
Ninjas,
yet.
not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Move for the addition of exhibits 367.
We were preemptively talking about it.
368.
That's an interesting placement of the glasses. Most people put them up. He puts it. What? That's not normal. I mean, when you pick, you should have one of these senile springs, so you can just put your glasses down and it's held around the neck.
Right?
Yeah.
This guy, he's a character though.
Yeah.
So I think her argument of, hey, I have a camera that takes a memory card, and I could have easily have left an old memory card and it had my pictures on it, or deleted pictures that you guys recovered, I think that would have been a decent angle to go down. Again, with the I wasn't there. So I don't know. I think there were some missed opportunities there. One of Jodi's apparently biggest issues was that defense attorney right there. She didn't like his approach to this.
Yeah. And he wasn't a fan of hers either.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone would be.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please be back in the designated area at 3:20. We will start promptly at that time. Please remember the admonition. You are excused.
Okay. Boom. 1:25. Yeah. Not the most exciting, but it was very interesting seeing her demeanor start changing.
Yeah, she definitely got a little more. She's always been, I want to know the information so that I can plan a potential defense. I think that's why she was calling the police from day one. I'm an interested person. He's my ex-boyfriend. I still care about him. I kind of want to know what's going on. Was all an attempt for her to gain information that she could then use in the case of a defense. And that's more of what she's doing now.
Yeah.
Salvador's a big fan of her.
Yeah, Salvador. He can save her. But I heard she has a boyfriend in jail. So
yeah, that's what I hear. This case, she is in prison. Yes, she is in prison.
Yeah,
she
was convicted in 2013, and her appeal was in 2017.
Yes, but she is being productive in prison. She does a lot of artwork, and there are her legs. Jodi's legs, her artwork. There they are on display. So she's being very productive.
Yeah. And she even wrote you a note, David, and Sal is fuming still over that.
Yes, he is. All right, so this is not quite as intriguing, or how do we say it? I don't know what the word I'm looking for. But
visually, it's not as visually or audible intriguing as
Jodi's parts.
As Jodi's parts, yeah.
But
seeing her demeanor change once he starts to, there's nobody else but you, but in a bad way. Yes. There's no evidence. It's you. You did this, and how she is.
Adriana, she cannot be pregnant because they don't allow conjugal visits in that prison system, which again Salvador is disappointed about. Unless there's, well, maybe a guard, but that would be odd. I haven't heard anything about her pregnancy.
Nope, nothing. All right. That was the first part of day 7. And let's see here. What's going on next? Tomorrow you will go on with the Antonio Rodriguez Ronaldo.
Yes, the Border Patrol murder trial. Texas v. Border Patrol agent Ronaldo Ruber, and the murder of his mistress and love child will be continuing. It was supposed to be a 1.5 week case. So in theory, it should be done by now, wrapping up. It's not, though. We haven't gone to the defense case in chief. I believe the state's going to rest, and that should be wrapping up hopefully this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at some point. We'll most likely have a conviction in that case. Then Thursday, I'll be on Flux's stream where we will be battling out Star Wars. And then Friday, I'm going to have a stream at some point with a couple of guests, just sort of kind of a casual stream. That's what I have coming up immediately. And then Saturday, again, Jodi Arias. Yeah. And then what do you got, Nicholas?
Well, I have I'm continuing the Young Thug Daubert hearing, which is hilariously the level of incompetence that is shown through the prosecution and the experts they are trying to get in. For instance, they have a pinch and zoom guy who they tried to get in as a forensic video analyst. But once they, in the Daubert hearing, when they questioned him about his qualifications, no education. He has not been up to speed at all.
He still uses Photoshop, right?
Yeah, he's never had his work peer reviewed or even reviewed. And what he does, he gets a video, he pauses, he takes a screenshot, put the screenshot into Photoshop, and enhances. That's the entirety of his expertise.
All right.
And
I mean, I could do that, I guess.
Yeah. And the people involved, you have Prosecutor Love. Last week on one of the streams, you had Assistant District Attorney Sprinkles.
Oh, yes, and the names too. Oh my God,
the names are amazing. Then you have an attorney for one of the defendants, or Attorney Short. I'm not mispronouncing it.
Yes.
And you have Detective Fanny as well. I mean,
which from what I understand means something completely different overseas.
Yeah. It's not, I need to fan myself, but no, Fanny is female body part.
Yes.
You saw it on Saturday streams on Jodi Arias.
Jodi Arias' Fanny, yes, on Saturday stream.
So I will, and then Thursday, if the trial is on time and Court TV is streaming it, I will be streaming it starting Thursday. And it's out of Arizona. What time?
Arizona would be Central
time. Okay.
Or
so that
potentially Mountain. I just don't know. It could be potentially Mountain. So I'll have to check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that will be really, really interesting.
And great success. I hope she's allowed to do interviews. I know there is a way to communicate with her via writing. And so hopefully we can start lining that up. 3 hours from Eastern. Okay.
Okay. So that would mean roughly around 7 p.m. my time on Thursday.
Yeah. And that means it would end around 8 p.m. my time, which would...
Yeah, which will be 2 a.m. my time. So yeah,
that's just like Letitia Stalk was Mountain Time, and that went forever. I wasn't done streaming. And you think, okay, well, I can start later, but it doesn't help.
Oh, double check Arizona time. They don't do daylight savings. Okay, I will double check.
So maybe, we'll double check.
Okay.
So by the way, my stream, if you guys are watching on my channel, is going to be directed to Salvador Dali Talk, who is doing Theodore Edgecombe Day 3. He said he's going to start. He's supposed to start in about 9 minutes. He said he was going to set this up for after our stream. So you guys will be redirected over there.
Okay, I will redirect over there too.
I didn't see anyone else going, but I know he's been doing it the last few days, and it's quite an entertaining trial.
Yeah, so I will be sending you over there too. And okay, thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for the new members and gifted memberships and the super chat to David, because somehow nobody thought of me being super chatted.
I got the love here. Well, I have a camera fund. You need to get a fund together that you can grift. Be like, I want money for this, and you guys are going to be really cool with it. So that's what you got to do.
Yeah, but I'm okay. the one thing I usually grift on is to Zachariah Anderson's defense fund and
Yeah.
the members.
Yes, you
Those
do
are the
really good at
normals.
that. I
Yep.
don't have the capacity to grift like you do for the Zachariah Anderson fund.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all have our talents, and mine is torturing my liver for money that I don't receive.
Yes, make sure you do hit the like
I'm
button on the
really
way
bad
out,
at this grifting stuff, but once this trial that I will be covering, not entirely sure how long it will take, because he's getting shot for second-degree murder, this guy, of a disappearance from 2001. So it might be a good chunk of my time redirected to that trial. So yeah, if you feel obliged, please reward me for torturing myself through alcohol and sleep deprivation.
That's right.
Yep.
Thank you very much, everyone in the chat.
Yeah,
And we'll see
thank you.
on the next Jodi Day.
Next Jodi Day on Saturday, same time, same place. See you all.
See ya.
Bye.